Welcome to my mobility workout. Let's warm up, let's start mobilizing our joints. Get in a child pose, sit back down, hips on the heels, and walk your hips out to the right, reach with the right arm toward the left, and then come back center, other side. Reach and back. And sit. Push your hips out, reach with that arm. Come back center, reset. And one more time. Both sides. Reach. And come back center. Let's get into a frog pose. Open your knees and feet a little wider. And we are going to rock front and back. You can be down on your forearm and just push your hips front and back. Hip mobility. And last one. And come in a quadruped position, palms under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and we'll thread the arm through. Reach as far as you can, then come up and open your thoracic spine, open your chest, and again, reach and open, breathe, and last time. And reset, switch sides. Thread the needle, thread that arm, and reach. And one more time. Excellent. We'll do a little diving spinal mobility. So from this frog pose, we're gonna stay low and drive front, push your chest forward, then round your back, tuck your chin into the chest, and sit back down, hips on your heels. And then again, dive front and round. And one more time. And sit back down, lengthen out, couple pulses, push your hips down on your heels, and then come into a semi-kneeling position and other leg front. And we're gonna reach, so push your hips front and reach over, side reach, and then push your hips back, extend the front leg and reach front. So come up, push your hip front, reach over, and then come down, pull the hip away from your toes and reach front. And one more time, reach. And we'll switch sides. Other leg, set up, core engaged. So this time we'll go reaching other way and then reach front and push the hip front and now pull it back. Side flex your trunk as you reach over and one more. Okay, we'll switch one more time. So this time we're gonna add a posterior pelvic tilt, so squeeze the glutes, and then we're gonna push the weight front and then open the thoracic spine. So open up and down, and open up and down. So in the warm-up you want to dynamically move through the motions. Use dynamic flexibility moves, and then we're gonna switch other side. So tuck your pelvis under, push that, shift the weight, push that hip front, and then open and back down. Open. And you can support yourself with the other arm against your inner thigh. And one more time. And down. Okay. In a quadruped pose, we'll start, and then we'll take the knees off like a bear position, and we'll thread the needle through, this time the leg, and come back. And other side. And the top arm, add a row. So reach and row. And one more. And just always do both sides. And we're gonna get in a pike. So pike position. Feet down. And then push your heels down onto the ground. Couple pulses, lengthen out. And then come with your feet about shoulder width apart and walk. Inchworm walk. Just walk in spot, not inchworm, sorry, walk in spot to warm up your ankles. Then bring one leg up and the other one. And up and down. And then inchworm walk with your hands and round your back up. And come up all the way. And we're gonna stand up and we'll add some proprioception. So we're gonna balance on one leg. So we'll take one knee up about hip height. And then we're gonna adduct the leg, pull the knee over past the midline, and then abduct. So bring it in and out, and in and out. And I'm not really pulling with a hand, just helping a little bit, or you don't even need to do any help. So just open and close. And one more. Stand tall, keep the abdominals braced, and then switch to the other side. So up, so again, in, and whoops, balance, open. So in and out. Adductors, abductors. Two more. Excellent. And let's do a hip rotation. So we're gonna take knee up, open to the side. Now internally rotate, bring the heel up, then push it slightly back, bring it in, and circle around. One more time. And other side. So up, side, in, bring the heel up, back, and down. And repeat. And one more. Okay, release. Shoulder. We'll do some rotations with the shoulder, alternating arms. Controlled articular rotation. Big circle, one arm, and the other one. Backstroke. Follow your hand with your eyesight. And one more time each. And then we'll change direction. So we'll go toward the back and bring it front. Two more times each. Excellent, and release. And then we take elbows back, squeeze those shoulder blades and slowly lift the arm and lower down. This is for the scapula. Up, reach up and down and squeeze. And 2 more times. Up, reach up, squeeze behind. Last one. And let's get to that cervical spine. Lower your head, look down, then look up, and again down and up. And next time we'll go side to side, so come back center, one side. You can add a little push with the opposite arm, and other side, and again. And we'll rotate it all the way around, one way and then the other. And we'll take a big breath up. And that was our mobility. Let's mobilize our thoracic and lumbar spine. So come into a kneeling position, wide kneeling, and the feet close together behind. Open your arms. Imagine you have a stick, something, a bar you're holding, and start position, bring your hips off the heels, and then twist the trunk, lower down, and lean back, open that arm. And then come back, and other side. So twist, lower, and lean back, open the chest as much as you can, and continue. About 10 each side. So lower the hip, and then open lumbar spine, thoracic spine, twist. Or you can time it about a minute, each move, and do 2 sets. And this will be our last one here. And exhale down. Hip mobility. This one includes lots of strength, stabilization for your hip. So let's start in a 90-90 knee position. Sitting up as tall as you can, keep those abdominals braced, looking sideways. The back arm used for stabilization, for some support. And then we'll do a couple moves and then we'll add them together. So first one will be an abduction of the back leg. So take your knee and heel or foot off the ground. So take it up and lower down. Up and down. Take it up, pause for a second, and then lower down. So it's up and down. You can also increase the time of holding it up. Again, about 10 of each move and 2 sets. And then we're gonna add on and do a hip extension. So lift, abduct, and now reach back, extend, and hinge from the back and bring it in and place it down. So bring it up, extend, and reach. And you can do again as many as you need to strengthen your hip And we'll do one more here. And then rest for a second. And now we're gonna add on a little half circle. So we're gonna bring the leg up, extend back, then out to the side, and then bring it front, hover, and add a little hip flexion, a little lift. So it's gonna look like this. Up, extend it back, out to the side, bring it front, and lift. And then reverse, and bring it back. So let's do this again. Lift up, lower leg, extend, back, out to the side, bring it front, and flex the hip. Hover, try not to put the foot down, reach back behind, then come in and down. And one more time. So up, extend and hinge from the hip, come back up, tall trunk, and hover. Excellent. And once you're done all the sets, we're gonna shift to the other side and do the same on the other side. So let's start with a good stable stance and then lift and lower. Looking sideways, side facing, and lift and lower. Remember to add that hold just as you did on that other side. So lift, hold. You can think of it as a little pause, up and pause. You can pause a couple more. You can do one. Let's do two more. And then we'll add on the hip extension. Okay, so are you ready? Take it up, then hinge and reach back with that leg and bring it in and down. And up and extend and reach and pull. We'll do one more here. You can go up for more reps if you need. And relax it for a second, and then we'll add that half circle, the rotation. So we'll take it up, hinge, reach back, come up and extend it to the side, bring it front, and add the lift, hip flexion. And bring it back, behind, reach, come together, and lower down. And again. Don't forget that lift and try to hover, not to rest your foot down. And you can make it kind of a non-stop move without resting at that starting point. Right? And then you can continue for as many reps as you need. Scapular and shoulder mobility. So we'll go down, prone on our mats, laying down. We'll have one forearm down under our forehead, just to start. Have some support by pushing your hips into the mat and placing your feet onto that mat. And then this other arm, you can put it beside or just behind your head. And then the move is lifting the trunk and twisting away. And then lowering down. Same side, so let's go. Lift, twist, back and down. Try to bring your elbows up as high as you can. But the movement is driven by your scapula, by your spine, not by lifting your elbow. Two more. And lower down and relax, and we'll move to the other side. So switch the forearm that is down, place the other hand behind your head, open the elbow, and let's move. Move up, lift the trunk, and then twist. Breathe. And two more. Your move should be slow and controlled. Full range of motion, whatever that is for each of you. And you can relax. Let's get into a wide squat position. As low as you can. Place your lower arm on your thigh, and we're gonna do a shoulder opener. So shift your weight from one side to the other, and then bring one elbow down and then the other one, and keep alternating. And last one. Next we'll do a hip flexion. So same position, take your arms beside your head, bend. You can rest them on your inner thigh and then hinge from the hip, lower down and come up as tall as you can. One more. Excellent. And next we're going to do a little knee opener. So same start position, this wide squat. And we're going to bring one knee in and then the other one. And then we'll combine the two and we'll do them together. So we'll bring them in both and open and in and open. And two more. And open. And fall down. And stand up. Big breath up. And thoracic opener. And hip mobility. Cossack squat. Side to side. Up and down. And we'll add a chest opener. So open it up to the side and then other side. Bring your elbow into the inner thigh and open. You can lower all the way down. And last one. And next one, we're gonna shift side to side. So stay low and from one side to the other with or without hand support. And one more each side. And fall down and come up. Big breath up and exhale. Let's get in a tight pose and stretch it all out. Sit down, hips down on your heels. Lengthen out your arms. Push your hips back and as low down on those heels as you can. And breathe. 5 to 6 breaths you can hold each position. You can do it twice. And from here we'll come up, quadruped position, thread one arm through, reach out far away, place the shoulder down, and top arm give yourself a hug and open that shoulder. And breathe. And come back up, and other side. Reach out, hug, and open the chest. Bring that shoulder back. And come back center. Now let's round the back up to the ceiling, tuck your chin into the chest. And then abdominal stretch, push your hips up. Look up. Now step front into a lizard pose. Open that front foot and lower down as much as you can. You can use a little block to have your forearm on that if you need a little more height. And bring it back up. Pull the weight back, extend that front leg, toes up to the ceiling and hinge from the hips. Feel the stretch in that hamstring and gastrocnemius. Pull your hips away from your heel. And then grab the back foot, quadricep stretch. And we'll switch to the other side. Lizard pose. Open the hip. Slight external rotation on that foot, then hinge and lower down. toes up to the ceiling, pull your hips away, hinge down, extend the front leg. Then grab that back foot, have some support, so have your knees or your feet a little wide apart, the knee and the foot, so you have some stability. If one is right behind the other, your base of support is really narrow and it will make it wobbly. Push your hip front, sit up tall. And come back down. And we'll take one leg kneeling, other one out to the side. Lower down and reach out as far as you can with those arms. Then come up on one forearm and open the thoracic spine. And other side, shift, switch, shift the weight and switch, reach out. And then come up on the forearm and open. And bring it back. Let's sit down 90-90 with those legs and then take it over, twist the trunk and lower down over that bent knee. Then come back up, shift to the other side and lean over that other leg. And come back up center and take a big breath up and exhale down. Thank you for joining my mobility workout. See you next time.